Today, I want to talk to you about the violet flame. That's my intro music. So I'm Danielle Hernandez. Maybe you know me, maybe you don't. I currently work in an oracle shop. That's where we are right now. And working in an oracle shop, I meet a lot of interesting people. One, what's an oracle shop? An oracle shop is a shop that deals with the metaphysical maintenance of life. So we sell crystals, cards, candles, those types of mediums that help you connect with spirit and yourself and your spirit, which is not separate, but I'm rambling now. When people come in, they usually come in with an intention or they wander in. I like it when people wander in because it's like the space has called to them. They never noticed we were here, that type of deal. Sometimes people come in and they know specifically they want a candle or specifically they're looking for cards. But sometimes people come in because they're in turmoil. And that's important because people are energy, the world is energy. We're living in a time when this is easily acceptable to embrace and understand, and that energy can affect us and each other. Notice how my hand is just doing all of this stuff. That's like magic, okay? The reason I bring that up is because sometimes people come in and they're throwing their hands at me like this. And I realize that, yes, I now just did that to you. You're welcome. But, they're throwing their hands around. And when people come in upset, then I take extra caution because when they're flinging their hands, they're throwing energy. And it's just like, oh, okay, you throwing that at me? So that brings up the violet flame because it's so easy for people to rub off their energy against each other. I'm sure you've noticed when you spend time with some people that maybe you don't like so much or some people that are unfamiliar to you, that you kind of leave feeling differently than you did before. That's because energy is contagious. We are like magnets. We just absorb it. And it's important to know that this way we don't have to. You don't have to absorb everyone's feelings. Sometimes people just pick them up. Those are called empaths. Empaths. I'm spelling it correctly in my mind. The violet flame is a visual tool. This is great because it's easy. All it requires is that you use your imagination. You guys remember what it's like to use your imagination, don't you? Because I've got news for you. A lot of people don't anymore. A lot of people are so locked in to their rigid thinking and to their lifestyles and to their worries and concerns that they've forgotten their imagination is a very useful tool. Don't forget it. Look, there I go, pointing my hand again. Your imagination is useful, and this is how we are going to use it. 1, close your eyes or keep them open, whichever helps you visualize. 2, visualize. As in, see a picture in your mind, the same way you would see a picture if you were replaying a memory or recounting an event or remembering something that happened in a story. However your mind likes to make pictures, make one. 2, imagine fire. Fuego, fuego. Beautiful fire. Maybe it's a single flame. Maybe it's a roaring fire, like a bonfire or a campfire. Maybe it's sitting on logs. Maybe it's sitting in the clouds. I don't know. It's up to you. This is your imagination. 3, turn that fire purple, baby. That's right. You are literally visualizing purple flames. The violet flame is the ultimate source of protection, and this visual is something I use all the time when I'm here at the shop. By the way, it's called the Oracle Shop. You should totally look us up. We're really cool. The violet flame is a useful tool because it creates a barrier of sorts. Maybe barrier is not the best word. The violet flame is sort of an essence that will consume whatever you don't want getting stuck to you. So when people come in and they're pointing and they are trying to flush out their negativity or their rage or their anger. And remember, sometimes people do this subconsciously. They're not going in there hoping to put it all on a stranger. Nonetheless, our fingers, they are focal points for energy to go out. So use the violet flame for when energy is coming towards you and you're like, oh, I don't know if I want that. Violet flame, visualize it. The way I use it is surrounding me. So like a firewall, literally. Imagine your own firewall, violet flames. Therefore, whatever is like boop, 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 the violet flame is like consume, and it's done. It's purged and it's purified, which is what I really like about it. Being in an oracle shop, I also encounter a lot of different deities and pantheons and spirits. There's so many elements that one can work with. Some people like to work with earth spirits. Some people like to work with angels. Some people like to work with alien beings. Some people like to work with gods and goddesses. Whatever works for you. But not all mediums are created equal. Some people like to work with malevolent spirits, which doesn't make them bad or wrong, but does have the capacity to use the energy in a punishing way, in a harmful way, and to each their own. As a person who works in an oracle shop, and therefore in commerce, I'm technically supplementing these people. It's not technical. I'm supplementing these people. So I have to remove judgment because I don't know what people are going to go use their tools for, but I know what my tools are, which is the violet flame I bring to you today. Very useful, and I focus on that purifying energy because you don't want someone else's curse work sticking on you. You don't want someone else's anguish sticking on you, or someone's desperation like stinking up the air. Use that violet flame like a vacuum cleaner because that energy has to go somewhere. And the violet flame doesn't destroy it, it transforms it. So, hope you enjoyed this little message from the gods. I need a better sign off from that, but I just like how dramatic it sounds to say, from the gods! And this was a message from me to you, Danielle, out.